I would advocate for a subsidy for our earthquake premiums to be paid by the disposal well operators and coverage.
Hundreds of people traveled to the Capitol building on Friday to participate in a public hearing on earthquakes. Oklahomans have been rattled by the increase of tremors in our state, and many are concerned about the damage to their homes and property values. State Representative Corey Williams says the forum will feature a number of speakers throughout the afternoon, including attorneys and scientists. Williams hopes the discussion will help answer a number of lingering questions.
We're hearing a lot of concern. They're concerned about the inaction. They're concerned about the kind of the rumors that are floating out there about cause and effect and what it could be related to and everything else. They're concerned about the economics of the situation, who's going to pay for the damage that's been done to our homes and businesses. Why should I have to pay higher insurance premiums whenever I've done nothing myself to increase the risk, but an industry has? Those are the things that I think they're greatly concerned about, and really they're concerned about what appears to be the inactivity of their state government.
Your problems here in Oklahoma far exceed and are a multiplier of the problems that we had in Arkansas. From every possible angle, your problems are more difficult. The quakes in Arkansas were located in a very sort of small oval in a very rural area. Our Oil and Gas Commission reacted to the two largest quakes in February of 2011 by shutting down wells immediately. Within 6 months, they created a moratorium area. And so the area over the Guy Greenbrier fault in central Arkansas has a moratorium area where there can be no injection wells. When I came to Arkansas, I came because there was a resident of Prey that basically had her chimney fall onto her legs. Sandra Laudra is probably going to have knee surgery on both of her legs. If you just Google Sandra Laudra, L-A-D-R-A, knees, earthquake, you will see pictures of her knees and her legs. They sought me out, and I think they Googled me somehow and found me because I did the cases in Arkansas. The cases in Arkansas were the first of this very kind. The case for Miss Laudra in Prague, Oklahoma, actually the case is in Chandler in front of Judge Ashwood there, was the very first of its kind here in Oklahoma. We followed that action on behalf of Jennifer Cooper, who actually used to work as an assistant to one of the representatives in this House. Ms. Cooper is a class representative representing people that were affected by the Prague earthquakes in 2011. So it covers all those property owners in Lincoln County and bordering counties that had damages related to earthquakes. This week, we know that we need to cover the rest of the Oklahoma. So this week, on Tuesday, we filed a class action lawsuit in Logan, Oklahoma, Logan County, to cover the entire state of Oklahoma. Because you're not dealing with just one pocket of quakes. You're dealing with 2 or 3 or 4. I think you're actually maybe dealing with 5 pockets of quakes. You're not dealing with one fault line, but several. You're not dealing with, I dealt with two oil and gas companies, one being Chesapeake in Arkansas. Here there's at least 4 that are putting at least 80% of your injection of your wastewater volume into the Arbuckle. Those are the 4 principal defendants in our case. Additionally, your Oklahoma Corporation Commission is slow. Slower than Christmas, slower than... has not reacted nearly quickly enough to address the issues. Now, the issues about insurance. The oil and gas companies certainly have insurance. In fact, I think there are about 3 insurance companies that cover the 4 that are the predominant defendants in our cases. Their operating policies should be and could be tapped through the litigation. The way that this case would work is similar to a car wreck where there's a personal injury. If you're in a car wreck and that somebody else's is caused, you're more than likely going to go maybe to the emergency room or at least to a doctor, and your insurance is probably going to cover that. When you file the lawsuit, the person on the other side has coverage, auto coverage, that's going to basically reimburse that medical expense to you, you're out of pocket, but also to your insurance company for whatever they paid, okay? So this would work the same way. If you've got homeowners coverage and you want to make the repairs, do the repairs, okay? The problem that you're going to have is your deductibles are high. The problem also that you're going to have is there's insurance companies that are telling you that you only have 2 or 3 quakes in your area and they can't call this damage. When you know, I know, the scientist knows there's hundreds of quakes in your area. There are going to be lawsuits against the homeowners insurance companies, I believe, because they don't want to pay. They either don't want to pay because they say your coverage is for natural earthquakes and these are really man-made quakes. That's sort of a crummy thing. You're between a rock and a hard place there, right? They'll also deny it because they say, well, that's just normal settling. So beware of that. But I have clients that had homes rebuilt in Prague. So some of them have done good work. But they're still out the deductible, so they're a client of mine, and they're entitled to get that deductible back. I believe also you have emotional pain and suffering. How many of you are scared of the 5.0? How many of you have children that sleep with you at night because they're scared of sleeping in their own beds? I'll give it to you in a minute. There were so many clients in Arkansas that their children were so upset that became something that I have an 8-year-old that I was really concerned about. So the things that you need to do, number one, I can't stress this enough, document your damages. Pictures are absolutely critical. Video your damage. If you're in the middle of an earthquake, turn your video camera on. You've got to document. Get estimates. Keep your estimates. If you have repairs done, get the invoices for those repairs and keep them. You have to document. That's critical to proving any sort of claim, is keep your documentation very, very tight.
Scott, I want to